The levels might be up and down on this one.
Yes.
Because we're
travel record.
We're travel recording.
Mm-hmm.
We're
on the road.
We're also
right
teaching
now.
Stav how to use the board.
That's right. I'm learning. I'm gonna quit the podcast and become a
learner,
local radio NPR engineer.
I love learning.
I hate it, honestly. I'm done with it.
One of the gayest things you can do.
I'm gonna start.
I used to love it, but I hate it now.
I'm gonna become like a community college guy that's like 60 years old, taking classes and learning about like the Revolutionary War. It's like elementary school information.
It's never too late.
Just taking down, just going back to school, expanding my horizons.
There was a fat older man with a blonde beard that was in all my history, like 100 classes when I was at the University of Maryland, Baltimore County.
He talked a lot?
He talked all the time. He loved war history. I mean, he was in every, like he was in Vietnam. He was in the Vietnam War class. He was in the fucking like Western Civ. Like,
was he actually in Vietnam?
He won the lottery and didn't have to go. He won the like drawing. So, I mean, he was a soft bitch. I could tell he'd be fucked.
Yeah.
He could never know war.
Honestly, I don't know about you guys. Sorry to bring up current events, but I've gained a lot of respect for Trump for so openly disrespecting the troops.
Yeah.
For calling the dead troops losers. I think that's pretty cool.
Pretty funny.
Yeah. Universally acknowledged that the only good war was World War II. So all of the troops that he's supposedly did. Oh, there's no World War II veterans left. They all died.
Yeah, they're dead.
They all killed themselves when Trump was elected.
That's right.
Yeah.
Out of honor for the country.
Yeah. So it's only
they weren't big fans.
They committed harakiri.
The only ones that he could possibly insult are all the guys that are guilty.
Exactly.
Imperialism.
Ever heard of Desert Storm?
Yeah.
Let Saddam fucking be, dude. Fuck Kuwait.
Yeah.
That's my take.
Desert Storm, where we go to every Cinnabon on the New Jersey.
Now that's a war worth fighting.
I'm enlisting.
Cinnabon is so
Put me on the
reckless.
front lines.
It's so fucking reckless.
Cinnabon?
Especially that it's on the Jersey Turnpike.
It's and like, everyone,
yeah,
too.
It's like, what are you going to do? You're a truck driver. Of course you got it.
Yeah,
you're going to take care of yourself.
5,000 calories.
No. I mean, it's like having a bar at the Clara Barton. I mean, literally, like souvenirs and liquor.
That's right.
You know?
Yeah, dude. And you can run up the fucking tab on your body real quick at those rest stops.
Forget about it. I'm drunk in New Jersey.
I'm getting a lot lizard pussy.
Yeah. Well, it's a beautiful day here in Astoria, Queens.
It is gorgeous.
It's gorgeous. Not a drip of humidity. Nice 75-degree day.
And we're trying to remind ourselves that it is a beautiful life to live.
That's right.
Which is a lie. It's not
but we
true.
have to tell it to ourselves.
But it's the exact opposite of that, but there's nothing you can do about it.
So you might as well pretend.
Right. You know that it's a little trick you're playing on yourself.
But it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Well, it's because, you spend all your time miserable, and then you see a guy that just kind of lives his life, and he seems happy. And you're like, how come that guy, what is it? Because he's an idiot?
Yep.
He's just an idiot. That's why he enjoys his life. And then you talk to him. He's like, I'm a professor of neurobiology. And you're like, oh, no, he's much smarter than me.
He's so much smarter. I know. That definitely was something that I thought in college. I was like, these lucky idiots.
Yeah.
They get to just go through life not worrying about everything.
Right. Like, they're not smart enough to be depressed.
I'm so stupid.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm one of the dumbest guys I know.
Yeah.
I was just I think we've talked about it before. You brought it up where you're like, you just hit all the intelligence you're going to get. You get it pretty quick.
Yeah.
Like I was as smart as I'll ever be, honestly, in ninth grade.
Probably.
And I was really smart for ninth grade. I was really smart.
Yeah.
The way I didn't grow, I haven't grown physically. 5'7".
Yeah.
Mentally, I'm sorry, 5'9". And mentally, the exact same fucking. I haven't.
You're bumping yourself up to 5'9"
just
now?
Because it's believable. I got hair now. It goes up 2 inches.
Yeah, that's a good point.
2 inches.
The hair should be
bump.
part of it.
Thank you. I'm gonna comb it up. I'm gonna comb my hair up.
You look like Bart Simpson.
I'm gonna spike my shit, dude.
Yeah. You should get bleached tips, bro.
Yeah.
Pukas.
You should get the Dilbert's boss.
I'm not. Hell yes, I am. A triangle, a nice fucking triangle. No joke. I'm really thinking about bleaching my hair blonde.
You should get Liberty spikes.
But I'm afraid it's gonna be like stupid overload. I think I have to do it slowly.
Yeah,
the thing
you got to
is,
work your way up to
when
that.
the tooth comes.
Oh, we didn't provide an update yesterday on the pod.
We didn't.
About your tooth?
I thought we did.
Oh, maybe.
Well, we're recording this out of order, so it'll come. Who cares? The point is, they fucked my tooth up. I don't have a tooth yet, but the tooth is coming. When the tooth comes, I have to do a bunch of other shit to maintain to look as stupid as a guy. I'm gonna be a guy with all my teeth, so I gotta. I think I'm gonna get an earring. I think I'm gonna bleach blonde my hair.
It's always weird doing the podcast here because it's like this is where the first one was done.
On that couch.
The first couple, actually.
Yeah.
I like doing the podcast here.
They're all done here, and then also the Classico episodes. Very great run.
Oh my god! When I was with my foot.
Yeah.
Your foot was broken.
Either that or Adam was gone, but I remember riding my bike back home.
There was a couple of those. Yes, those are really good.
I remember riding my bike back home and almost getting hit by a car laughing at Comedic Gordon.
Oh my god! That happened in Eldis's fucking old room.
Yeah.
Comedic Gordon.
Just laughing like a fucking retard riding my bike back home and just like not able to hold the handle.
Yes.
My ribs just burning.
Dude, we could charge the most like dead-eyed people of all time like money to go look at that room. Mm-hmm. To go look at the space that we came up with Comedic Gordon.
Well, they put Archie Bunker's chair in the American History Museum. And likewise, they should put the
I have to go get the chair Eldis has in his apartment. I'm going to take it from him.
Yeah.
I'm going to be like, this is mine.
Yeah.
And it's going in a museum.
Yeah.
And we're charging people their mother's disability checks.
They put Eldis in a museum, just nude in a glass, a vacuum-sealed cage. And he's pounding on the glass, suffocating.
He's got just enough air in one nostril coming in, and he's got a little food tube going into his throat.
This is barbaric torture. I'm being tortured.
When we're acquired by Gas Digital and Lewis opens up the Gas Digital Podcasting Museum, the Eldest is going to be in the fucking
jealous,
glass.
Man. Lewis got that. He's got a home gym out in Jersey.
Maybe it's time to move to Jersey, dude.
I wouldn't move to Jersey.
No? Why not?
Taxes.
They're worse there?
I think so, yeah. Unless you get if you get enough land, you could put some bees on it, and then you're like, oh, it's a farm.
I love that.
Rich people do that there.
Really?
Yeah, you just throw some apples on your lawn.
That's awesome.
You're like, it's a farm.
It's an estate.
Yeah, this is a working farm.
This is the Mullen plantations.
Yeah. I just have a black friend come over and like, the census takers here, you have to pretend to be a slave.
Tend the fields.
Yeah. Here, put on this mammy costume. You're a trans slave. And this is a farm. This is going to save me $60,000 a year.
Dude, we could fly in my godfather. He's a beekeeper.
Yeah.
He
from Greece?
He does his own bees.
He probably has secrets. And
he's on the island of Naxos. If anybody wants to go visit my godfather,
there.
It's beautiful. And did I tell the story about when we went? Me and George went to Greece, and he was showing us pictures of his of bees
of his penis.
Not his penis. There was bees. There was like apples, and then he flicks over, and it's just like a far away picture of two girls with their tits out, and then he just keeps scrolling. He's got like 5 pictures of these women's breasts that they have no idea that he took. It's just his fucking little fucking flip phone with a horrible camera. He was clearly like standing over them and taking pictures.
There was this guy that there was this guy that would do comedy in Austin, like this open micer guy that was like. Austin had a couple because nobody was mean in Austin.
Right.
I guess people were less mean in DC or whatever, or a little meaner. You know, like the crazy people, like Tom turned into a spectacle very early on.
Right.
He was always that way. In Austin, they had like a handful of people that were legitimately like autistic, disabled. There was this one guy, Matt, that would do shows. And then we get like booked on shows like Feature and over. And he was like,
that's awesome.
Hey, I don't know what his deal was, but he was in his late 30s, probably early 40s, and he loved like Donald Duck.
Hell yes, dude.
You know, it's like,
fuck yes.
That was like a big thing for him. And then he got into I remember he was got into illustrating, and he would make these like Coral Painter drawings, like whatever the free software.
Yes.
That shit that came with the computer?
Yes,
right.
It's horrible.
I'll look at this, but this sucks.
Yeah.
It's not, like these weird kind of just shitty illustrations.
You're talking like sub MS Paint.
Kind of, yeah. Like line drawings, but then Phil Bucket,
yes,
drawings of comedians as like World War II soldier. I don't know
what.
Or like cartoon versions of them.
That's awesome.
But he was like a video editor guy, and there was a party one time at somebody's house, and he showed up with like a video camera and made a video of the party, and everyone in the video is clearly like, okay. Don't know why he's like taping them. There's one. It is very funny. There's like it cuts to Seth Cockfield at one point. And he's in the kitchen just getting a beer, and he like turns and he's like,
he's shocked,
just like
taking it back.
Yeah, like clearly annoyed that he's being.
Oh, dude, can you imagine anything worse than being filmed at a party
by that guy too?
Yeah,
and then like 3 minutes into it. He's in the backyard, and the camera's going over the fence to record like 3 13-year-old girls jumping on a trampoline in the neighbor's yard.
Oh my god, dude!
Yeah,
what the fuck?
And then the music choice was bizarre. It was like set to like fucking like little old lady in Pasadena. Like fucking like what the fuck is this? And he like put it online and like tagged people on Facebook.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
With him just surreptitiously recording children.
Yeah. That was part of it.
That's so fucked.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, I don't want to be recorded at a party.
Yeah.
It's wild time. Everyone's getting fucked up.
That guy kind of blew my mind. I would be like, I'm like fascinated with people like that.
Absolutely.
Because it's like he didn't. It's like those are the people who are like, oh yeah, he died suddenly. Clearly, they killed themselves.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And then you're like,
yeah, no one's exactly sure.
Yeah, that's sad.
But it's like,
oh, that's sad.
I don't think he has.
Yeah.
And it's like those are the guys that you look at and you're like, he seems happy.
Oh, dude, he maxed out life.
Yeah,
because he doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, right.
It's almost like if and when that guy kills himself, it'll be like, yeah, he got like 80 years worth in 50 years.
Yeah.
Because he never had any, he wasn't he was like, it's not going to be weird to videotape little children. Who cares?
Yeah.
He hasn't had that anxiety, that
he just has
like,
no insecurity.
He hasn't been like, oh, I'm not going to stop myself. I'm going to be fucked up. I'm going to tape people. I'm going to be, take other people's privacy. I'm going to do stand-up comedy.
Cool.
I'm going to annoy everyone that I talk to. I'm never going to think about whether or not they want to talk to me.
I remember he actually, there was a more autistic guy. Now this is coming back to me. I forgot about this. There was a more autistic guy named Fred who was like disabled.
Yeah.
And then he would go on stage and it'd all be nonsense. And he just like, he had this like giant, he was just like caveman. Basically.
Yeah.
And I don't know where he lived. Probably with a family member.
Yeah. That autistic we're talking.
They'd be like, oh, hey, like he was just like barely functioning. There was a guy in DC named Tom Flood who was like similar kind of setup. I don't know if you ever met
Never
Tom.
met him. Never caught Tommy Flood.
I heard his name from you, but I don't know.
Yeah, Tom was funny because he was like a savant. So like he was, like couldn't have a conversation, but he could just, you'd see him and he would recite your birthday, and then there was a celebrity that had your birthday and what happened on the day you were born, and what like the exact weather was.
That's awesome,
and shit like that.
That's so fucking weird that the human brain is capable of that.
Yeah,
if you just cut out like
if it's broken.
Yeah, if you it's like jailbreaking, or it's like using it for the wrong thing.
Yeah.
Like when people use PlayStations as computers.
Like one of those Indian children that you can just be like 80 million times 4,762 and they're like 9 billion, 200.
Yeah, but he's cross-eyed.
Yeah, and they smell bad.
Yeah.
And they're from India.
Right.
So
those last two are real. Yeah. Those are real signs of your mental problems.
Well, they're trade-offs. You know
right.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what they call an Indian savant. Because, the doctors, they say, unfortunately, this child's Indian, but...
However, you won't need a calculator.
Sort of a Faustian bargain.
Absolutely, dude. Faust.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He wrote a story about the devil?
Yeah, the devil.
Mm-hmm. And you have to sell your soul.
The devil says, "You can do math,
but you can do retarded.
You can do math problems that can be solved with a desk calculator in 2 seconds."
Yeah,
as sort of a dumb parlor trick that'll get you featured on Guinness World Records television. But the trade-off is that you're Indian.
Wow. What about all the people that are Indian and can't do that?
Yeah.
Yeah. What a waste.
Faust really fucked them up.
Yeah. Faust didn't think about that.
Yeah.
Well, his deal was you can have a medallion, an NYC taxi medallion, but the trade-off is you have to be Indian.
So what's up with this bearded guy?
So the other guy made a documentary about him. He was like working on the documentary about him for years. I don't know if the documentary ever came out, but he would like follow him around.
The slightly less autistic guy?
The slightly less autistic guy was following around the more autistic guy, making a documentary about him.
I love that.
And
that's like when a hedgehog and a porcupine become friends.
Yeah, it's like when a dog has its own dog. When somebody has a big dog.
I'm going to take my dog for a walk.
Yeah. A goofy Pluto situation. Yeah, man.
Goofy's making a documentary about Pluto.
That's true.
So they they had a falling out because I guess if I remember correctly, Matt gave Fred a wet willy.
Ruh-roh.
And
ears. I wouldn't fuck with the ears of the retarded.
And Fred took a highball glass and crushed it on Matt's skull at the club.
Holy shit!
And then they arrested both of them.
Yep.
And then I don't know where you take those guys.
No.
Discovery Zone? All right, 4 years in the ball pit.
No, don't even try and use the zip line to escape.
Yeah.
Don't even think about it.
Do you think that shit would be fun nowadays?
Yeah.
I was just thinking that. Yeah, as an adult.
Fuck yes, it would be. It would rock. In fact, it'd be more fun.
Those like...
I wouldn't have the fears I had as a child.
I don't know. I mean, even shit like putting on my shoes is like, oh, fuck.
Actually, that's true. I'd probably get hurt instantly.
I got to go from up here, all the way up here to down there.
Yeah. No, you're right. I would have an awesome, 35 minutes.
Dude, I'm loving
not even that, 12.
I am loving this cold shower thing. I wake up at 6 a.m. every day now.
Love that.
I
Starting
feel
with a coldie?
Just shit. And I look at myself in the mirror, and my eyes are just blood red every morning. And then
you get up.
Yeah, I get in that shower, and you rinse off, and you pretend you're a Navy SEAL.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
And you sit down.
Which they don't even do that. No. In a way, they're pussies.
Nick,
I was thinking that. They're
Nick pretends
bitches.
he's G.I. Jane.
I'm G.I. Jane in the movie.
And you have big fucking tits.
I have huge tits.
She did have
I've said for years
she was awesome.
that men should have the tits. I've always said that.
Why do you think that?
Because it seems like it would be our thing.
It could. When you're out hunting and gathering, you got titties in your way.
Get out of my way, you fucking flat-chested faggot! Just having a big pair of double D's.
Yeah,
you know.
Oh, that would suck to get bullied by a guy who was stronger than you and had nicer tits.
bigger tits.
I would be so pissed.
Yeah,
that's bumming me out now thinking about.
I feel like
the ways that my tits would be small.
There should be
have bad tits.
There should be no balance.
The shit pair.
Women should go bald and men should have the tits. So women get nothing. Women get absolutely nothing. Men you got.
That's a good.
You got a dick. You got tits. That way, it's like if your dick's small, maybe your tits are huge.
Maybe your tits are big.
Maybe you got.
But then what if you're a guy with little tits and a little dick?
Yeah. Well, hey, look, that happens. At least you're not some bald bitch.
That's a bald bitch with no titties and a pussy.
Yeah. Can you imagine just a woman with no tits, George Costanza hair? He's like, hey, Jerry, I'm trying to get my own show on Netflix. And they're like, why would we give women anything?
True. You don't even have tits.
That's how I'm taking misogyny to a new level in 2021.
I love this idea.
For Trump administration too, we're going to the men have the tits.
Men
the
get tits.
Women suffer from male pattern baldness.
That's right. That would be brutal to not have tits. Be a lady who's like getting fat and being bald and no tits. That's horrible.
And then you don't even know how to do jokes about it.
No, you haven't spent your whole life.
Yeah.
Although actually, maybe that's what would happen.
Yeah, maybe they'd get funny. Finally.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, you haven't thought about
my
this.
body is like shit.
Yeah, I wouldn't even be funny. I would have these awesome tits, hot girls sucking on them.
Yeah. Just getting titty fucked.
Just getting titty fucked by girls rubbing her clit on my nipples.
Just a woman wearing a strap on to titty fuck you.
Yeah, dude, I wouldn't learn how to do jokes.
Yeah.
All these hot women with fucking
my God,
long hair. I guess that's what makes women hot. That's the only thing they have left.
Yeah. I mean, that level of dimorphism would be great. It's like how female spiders are bigger and they make the web, and male spiders are basically
just get pussy.
What are they, feeders?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Oh, no, I was saying it the other way. I feel like the female spiders, they got it on lock.
That's what I'm saying. They got the nice. They got the
setup.
They got it all.
Yeah, poison.
I would love to just be sitting in my web and get fed.
If I was a
sexy little girl,
that'd be nice.
Hot slut.
Yeah, you're talking about the male spider.
The male spider, exactly.
But the male spider, like, I'm sure they don't even enjoy busting. They live in fear of the larger female.
That's
spider.
what I would like to be the female.
You like?
I get a little slut to feed me and fuck me.
Yeah,
and I could kill it after I fuck.
And then
them.
I just eat her.
You kill it.
Yeah,
I fuck them and kill them.
I fucking kill.
Yeah,
I don't. Yeah, I guess that kind of stinks. I wouldn't want to do. I'm still programmed to love the ones I bust inside of.
The perfect relationship is female spider, male seahorse. I think if you had to choose.
Wait, is the male seahorse the one that beats off into his leg?
No, male seahorse has a pouch.
Male seahorse nuts into his own stomach and then he nuts in the woman and then sucks the baby out of the woman's pussy and then he carries it.
And then he gets pregnant.
Yeah.
He carries the baby in the pouch.
That way the female spider gets to have the poison, but the male seahorse gets to keep his children and raise them as horses.
Yeah, 8-legged horses.
Yeah.
That's pretty tight.
That is badass, dude. Spiritually, I think we need to ascend to that. Mm-hmm. Once we reach the singularity and merge people with computers, the computers should do the simulation as female spider.
Male seahorse.
It's interesting. I'm going to write some emails to college professors. Let me see if I can get a guy with a PhD to come on the podcast to talk about my idea.
Yep. I wouldn't even mind being the male spider, honestly.
Yeah.
I would love to be subservient to my fucking big, sexy spider queen, dude.
At least you have a girlfriend.
But see, here's the problem.
I'd be her favorite.
You're imagining the female spider as having big tits.
I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. She wouldn't.
No. Poison.
She wouldn't.
Fuck.
It'd just be a flat-chested bitch.
Yeah.
Damn.
Just with 8 legs.
Well, wait. Does she suck dick good? Does she have a nice ass?
No. She fucks you.
Why
and
would she suck
you.
your dick? After
you do all that work.
Would I eat her pussy? I'd eat her pussy.
No, she's too busy making a web.
Wow. I don't even get to eat pussy?
No.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No oral sex whatsoever.
She's a real girl boss.
I just have to fucking fuck her real fast and bust.
Yeah.
And then she'll eat me. Fuck that bitch. If I was a male spider, I would start fucking tarantulas then or something. Mm-hmm. I would find other different type of bitches with 8 legs.
I feel like tarantulas would be less intimidating if they had Hawaiian shirts.
Yep.
That's true.
We should breed them to have that.
We could start a program.
Jimmy Buffett tarantulas.
Yep. Wasting away.
Teach them how to play steel drums.
Oh yeah,
with all those arms,
all those limbs. So you get one tarantula, you can have a whole fucking
symphony.
You could play the Girls Gone Wild theme song forever, dude. The most iconic steel drum song there is.
Yeah, one of my favorite songs. Honestly, I can't get hard during sex unless that's playing.
I'm fucking a girl, Bose headphones on, noise canceling, and I'm just on a loop. Is the Girls Gone Wild theme song? Yes. And I'm getting fucking horny to that. There was one girl that I still think about with her tits. They're awesome and bounce up and down.
Mm-hmm. In retrospect, that was like Joe Francis was just like taking advantage of 19-year-old.
He was a lot like that autistic guy with the 13-year-olds on the trampoline. Imagine if that autistic guy sold the video to pedophiles.
I'm going to piss. I'll be right back.
That's fine. Yeah, dude. It's fucked up. I think he lost a bunch of lawsuits and
He
stuff.
went down, right?
I think
Joe?
so. He never, because he just made them show their tits. I think they thought like, oh, I'm just having a wild time. I'm showing titties, and they didn't realize he was about to broadcast that shit. And
did Girls Gone Wild videos have penetrative fucking, or it was
I don't
just
believe
flashing?
so. I think sometimes, I think it's at a certain point. Maybe some pornographers on the internet just use the name brand to get you to click. I watched some softcore. Or not softcore, but girls jacking off.
Okay.
That appeared to be Girls Gone Wild branded, but I'm not sure if that was actually.
You think it might have been the Chinese doing their classic copyright infringement?
It might have been, yes. A Girls Gone Wild DVD might have landed in Beijing, and they might have reversed engineered it.
Those bastards. Those fucking bastards.
What's Chinese porn like? I see a lot of Japanese porn.
I don't think I've ever seen a Chinese porn. I think it's probably pretty illegal and hard to do.
You don't think they do pornography in China? I'm trying to think now. I don't think I've seen a lot of Chinese girls get fucked on the internet.
Yeah, I don't think I
Nick would know. He knows the fucking culture.
Yeah. I feel like the government would be really against pornography.
Pornography?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I've seen because I wonder if they blur out the pussies and dicks. Nick, do you know what?
Style.
Do you know if China has pornography?
Does China have pornography? I'm sure they do.
Have you seen any?
Chinese pornography?
Yeah.
Like from the government?
No, that's what we're saying. Is it illegal to make pornography in China?
I have no idea.
Because I'm thinking now, and I've jacked off to quite a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
What are you looking at, Adam?
I'm Googling Chinese pornography.
Nice, hell yeah. That's a good, you're right. You're getting to the bottom of this.
Yeah, also, so it's strictly prohibited under
really
criminal law. So
if we've ever seen Chinese girls get fucked, they've been off Chinese soil.
Oh, here's a good article. No porn in China's coronavirus quarantine. Can you imagine?
That's fucked.
Because they have a censored internet. They have to use VPNs to watch porn.
Wow.
Yeah.
Imagine not being able to jack off during quarantine.
That's why Beijing got it figured out, dude. Those guys work way hard because they don't have the temptation.
That's true.
Of online smut. That's constantly something that you can look at.
I guess. I remember who was telling me. I went to I visited, I had a buddy that was working at Microsoft. Mm-hmm. And when I was in Seattle, I visited the campus and he told me that they had to block, they had to block pornography from the fucking, Wi-Fi because all the Indian developers that were coming over fresh off the boat were staying in the bathroom and jacking off for 40 minutes.
That's my point. It kills productivity.
And that they dip toilet paper in water and wipe their asses, and that there would be shit water cups everywhere.
Yeah. They would have to do that in South Texas. Mexican guys would come over the border and they'd wipe their ass and then leave the toilet paper next to the toilet because the plumbing's so fucked up in Mexico.
Right, yeah.
That's how it is in Greece too, actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, in Greek town for that matter.
I like here they're like, don't flush fats down the toilet because you create a problem in the sewer system. It's like, well, that sounds like a problem for the sewage people.
That's right.
I'm
the guy that shits.
Maybe you shouldn't have created a relationship between me and the city where you fine me for driving in a lane
for everything
just for buses.
Oh, buses need their own fucking lane.
Need their own lane. Okay.
Okay. Well, guess what? I'm dumping a whole bunch.
Guess who's going to Costco and pouring gallons of fucking vegetable oil down the sink as a way to get back at the city?
That's right.
For installing bus lane cameras. Have you ever heard of such a thing?
Bullshit.
Yeah.
What's the point of that fucking lane if we can't use it to go through traffic?
I understand school zone fucking speed cameras.
Sure.
Maybe. But to fucking now
for a strict hour when the kids are getting picked up and dropped off.
Now for cameras that do nothing, that has nothing to do with safety. There's no fucking and then nobody's even offering this. Nobody's issuing the citation. It's just a fucking camera.
No, fuck that, dude.
Yeah,
cameras are to take pictures of your breasts for me to see.
That's exactly.
They are not for writing me a ticket.
Exactly.
And I'll fucking believe that to the end of my time here on Earth.
Yeah.
Cameras have been used for fucking surreptitious behavior too much.
Yeah.
And if you're not taking pictures of breasts or ass or pussy
or upskirts
or a mouth open as if to say, come here.
Oh, yeah.
Bust here. Then we don't need it. Or if it's for a Martin Scorsese movie. And those are the only acceptable uses of cameras. Italian guys bonding while doing murders or nipples and pussies, etc.
I completely agree.
And definitely not, you know what you didn't just hear me say? For fucking speeding tickets.
Yeah.
Sorry to get on my soapbox, man, but sometimes I just get fucking
Sometimes
heated.
You just got to feel
Sometimes
time.
you got to go political.
Sometimes you got to go motherfucking political.
Mm-hmm.
Adam, in about a minute or so, you should probably, call AAA for my car.
Yeah, let's do that.
You know? My car isn't starting, folks, and that's a real issue.
We'll wait on... Oh, we'll play the wait music. On the show.
Suck my dick, I'm gay. Fuck my ass and suck my dick. What do you guys think about? You hear these reports? Ken Jennings is being groomed to take over for Alex Trebek.
Well, yeah, I know he's been groomed.
The man isn't even fucking dead yet, and they're gonna put Ken Jennings on the throne.
Dude, I
think Alex chose him.
Oh, okay.
I saw in the supermarket.
Rescinded.
Yeah, Alex
rescinded.
Brought him into a cave.
In the supermarket, there was like like Us Weekly kind of thing, and it was Trebek and his wife.
Bust Weekly.
Bust Weekly.
Yes.
And it said, like the thing that has kept me alive is love, and it's him and his wife, and she's hot.
Yeah, dude. Pussy saved my life.
Trebek's, he's a pussy getting legend. I'm so proud of him.
Yeah, my wife has been letting me cheat on her since my diagnosis.
I've been faking cancer to get side pussy.
And the side pussy has kept me alive. All our Jeopardy friends and family, thank you for 72 wonderful years of Jeopardy.
Damn. I would suck Trebek's cock to give him another year of life.
Would you?
Why not?
I would do something equally as sacrificial, but maybe not that.
Not gay?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's pretty sacrificial.
Yeah. I'd cut one of my eyeballs out.
Whoa. I would rather suck a cock than cut my eyeball off.
I don't know if I could do it myself. I don't know if I could will myself to do it. But you put me under, take one of my eyeballs out.
Okay. Surgery?
Yeah.
Now, are you trying to do this as a workaround to get a robotic eyeball?
Just slipping a note to the doctor like, hey, by the way, if you want to do one of those cool scars on my face.
Yeah. Like Kano?
If you want to throw one of those cool scars in a robotic eye with a laser in it, you're not going to hear any complaints from me. And then the devil is like, you cheated.
Trebek die.
You were supposed to be Indian to get another year of life for Trebek. That's why there's so many Indian people, is because it's all been people that would have been born white, but they're keeping Alex Trebek alive. There's a billion Indian people because that's how many white people were like, let's save him. I will live my entire life Indian if you give him an extra day.
I see. And that makes sense why so many Indian people are now pretending to be black.
Yeah.
It's white people that are like, well.
Nah, you don't understand, man. I would have been like a wigger.
Yeah.
And now
I would have had a Caesar do.
But imagine if I was a white guy, but I was this dark, and I'm not going to be a wigger? Are you out of your damn mind, player?
When you turn the key, do you hear a clicking sound?
No, the car cranks. It doesn't turn over.
It cranks, but it doesn't turn over.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So the vehicle didn't die while you're driving. So there isn't an option for this. Let's see.
Well, that's...
because the category I clicked on was car won't start.
Okay. And what are the questions?
And then the options are, I turn the key and nothing happens? No. I turn the key and hear a clicking sound? No. Vehicle died while driving? No. Or battery issue? Which I don't
know. Clicking, then, I guess.
But maybe they'll send the wrong guy.
I don't know. Just see what happens if you say it.
Is the check engine light on?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Should I just say need a tow?
I guess. Yeah, need a tow. Fuck it.
Just go through
I'll do it.
Yeah.
Do, my dick is small. I am gay, my dick cannot get hard, my dick is small.
Damn. It's so nice out that I'm tired.
Yep.
I love it, dude. I might go for a little early evening, late afternoon surfy poo.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Where are you going surfing?
I go to Rockaways, 91st Street.
Yeah. I don't even feel like I'm awake right now.
Dude, it's a dream.
I'm in like a fugue.
Uh-huh. It's a fucking dream, brother.
I told you guys this yesterday, but I saw a pod of dolphins while I was out on the water.
No.
Mm-hmm. I felt so close to Jaw at that very instant.
Why is it called a pot of dolphins?
A pod.
Oh, a pod.
Yeah.
Like a podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
They love potting it out on the seas.
Yeah, dude.
Is it gay to like dolphins when you're a kid?
Yeah, yes, for sure, 100%.
Why is
like
that,
sharks?
It's gay to know animals at all, to know anything about animals,
really,
other than dog and cat, and that dogs are boys and cats are girls.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
if you know anything,
that's basic though.
If you know anything beyond that, remember that there would be like kids that'd be like, they're actually really good at animals.
Yeah.
Like that guy is actually good at animals.
Yeah. Which is a version of a good at bugs kid.
I'm good at The Simpsons.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember that kid?
I don't think I was good. You know what I was good at? I was good at mythology.
I was good at The Simpsons.
I was a mythology kid.
Yeah. Well, mythology is cool as shit.
Your history.
Dude. It's your history, but it's also cool as shit. When you learn about fucking like Egypt and Greece,
oh yeah,
in like 5th, 6th grade, you're like, this is fucking awesome.
Yeah, Hercules.
I was good at presidents.
I legitimately got very sad the other day that I couldn't remember what I was talking about. Damn.
You got sad.
You called AAA?
They said they're coming.
Great.
Nice. So they'll get here. We'll just stop doing
They get here quick.
Really?
As soon as AAA gets here, the podcast is being cut off.
Well, they said 44 minutes. So,
we're never mind. The podcast will end before that.
Right.
Let's be clear. We're not doing more work.
For the listeners out there, let's get a couple of riffs going. All right. It's Jeffrey, the Toys R Us giraffe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Jeffrey Epstein, the Toys R Us.
Should go for it, Adam. Take it away.
Okay. No, I was just pitching. I don't know. It's more like, okay, so he gives toys to girls in exchange.
Nope.
Okay.
No,
getting them out to
that's not it.
Island.
That ain't it, Chief.
The Toys R U.S. Virgin Islands.
Okay.
Is where he lives.
That's
Okay.
good.
For starters, I'll give you that. Now, why don't you take it from there?
Okay. He's a
What do giraffes have?
long necks.
How can that be applied to the Jeffrey Epstein situation?
He hides people in his neck. I don't know. What do you think?
I mean, come on, dude. Do your job.
Okay.
You know?
Jeffrey
Epstein.
Why? The Jeffrey Epstein?
Jeffrey
Nextstein?
There you go. There's one thing. That's something.
Okay. Well, I came up with Jeffrey Nextstein.
Jeffrey Epstein, the giraffe from Toys R Us.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So rip it out, dude.
So he
and if you're listening at home and you're wondering what it's like to be a comedian, this is it. This is the work that gets done. I know a lot of people, they listen to podcasts because they want to know what it's like to be a road dog.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Everybody admires comedians.
Oh yeah,
because they tell.
Well, they're society's truth tellers.
They tell it like it is. They pretend they were in the military.
They say civilian.
They're philosophers.
Dude, that is the absolute gayest thing anyone ever does.
Civilian.
Calling people that don't do stand-up comedy civilians.
Being a comedian
It's
is
so
the
gay.
most embarrassing thing.
It's one of the worst
It's so
things
fucking funny, dude. It's so embarrassing.
to say to other people.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a civilian?
Oh my god.
They do fucking comedy, dude.
Mm-hmm.
So Jeffrey Nextstein, he's at Toys R Us. Why did Toys R Us close? Maybe
It closed.
it was a fucking conspiracy.
Yeah, it was. He was.
What are they doing with all those empty buildings, dude?
The Toys R Us's.
Well, maybe they're having sex with kids in there.
Mm-hmm. They're probably having sex with kids in the buildings.
Yeah, there you go.
Thanks.
Look, you don't have to hit a home run.
Oh yeah, I'm just trying
Just
to
hit
think.
a single, dude.
All right.
Just at least step up to the plate.
Mm-hmm. So you got
Stop being afraid of the ball.
you got Alan Dershowitz.
Yes. It was maybe that's how he got involved. There was a closing sale.
Alan Dershowitz is the
Dershowitz.
penguin from the KC Kids Club, home TV dinners.
Uh-huh.
You ever have one of those?
Yes. I only had
What
it
are
once where
those?
they're shaped. The nuggets are shaped a certain way.
Oh, dinosaur nuggets. Those rock.
They had different things.
Yeah. But it's a colorful pack.
It's
It's a Hungry Man for a little kid.
Hungry Man for a little kid.
I begged my mother for those, and we got them, and I was like, "This sucks dick."
Yeah.
Like there's so much shit that Little Caesars is like that. The fucking ads.
Well, they
just
prepare
got me.
children for prison.
Yeah,
That's the way meals are presented in jail.
dude. The fucking meals in my school were so bad too.
Damn, I haven't had a TV dinner as an adult.
Since
They're
when?
not very good.
I love the. I know they're not good. I can't imagine that they would be good.
I would have them in college when
But
I was
the
like,
Trader,
I'm a man.
the
Doing
Trader
that-
Joe's ones.
When I
are-
was 20, I'm like, I'm a fucking man, and I would get a Hungry Man.
That's so funny that worked on you. That
Dude,
brand, the dumbest
absolutely.
shit.
being a grown up.
I'm
Yeah.
a fucking idiot, dude.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I almost bought Michelob Ultra beer because it's the official sponsor of the NBA.
Not because it's light on calories.
No.
It's also light on alcohol too. It's like 3%.
I thought it was like 4.
Maybe 4, yeah. You know, I like my heavy 10% IPA triple tap.
Fuck that, dude.
Triple tap drone strike IPA.
I honestly don't fuck with that style of brewski. What's going on? Let's see what we can do with Toys R Us, because I like the idea of a giraffe.
Yeah. Well, Jeffrey Epstein's Jewish, right? So it could be Goys R Us, right? Right, and he lures in Gentile children to put.
Well, the idea is that you're selling goys.
Oh yeah, I guess they sell toys
for goys.
Yeah, toys for goys.
Mm-hmm.
What were you thinking about the neck that I was missing, Nick?
Well, there's a lot of things you could do. That's the most notable thing about a giraffe.
Yeah, that's probably the most famous thing.
So you do a whole situation where he's using his long neck to look into girls, like up girls' skirts in the second story.
Locker room.
He's popping his head into tree houses.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on in here?
That's big.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of shit you can do with it. Use your imagination. Use the power of your imagination to imagine things with your mind.
Yeah, for sure.
Like you can imagine this is a better episode of the podcast.
Yeah. My dad, and for the listeners at home, imagine, because this is what you're getting.
This is what it's very funny if we move away from the schedule of just Wednesday, Sunday. If we have to do these 2 days in a row, back to back, garbage.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for the record, we recorded yesterday.
Don't give them that satisfaction.
I won't.
I like when people are like, all you have to do is talk for 2 hours a day. A week, and it's like, oh really? Okay.
We'll do that.
Yeah. All right.
I didn't realize.
I'm advocating, and for the, you know what? Here's what I
didn't realize that's all I had to do.
Here's what I'm advocating for, folks: is we come in 1 week, 8-hour days.
Yeah.
We put it. If we do 5 days, 8 hours.
Yeah, that's
40 hours.
40 hours. That's 40.
That's 10 weeks.
Yeah, that's most of a year.
Or I'm sorry.
40 episodes, if you think that 52 weeks a year.
40 episodes, we do 8 a month.
So that's 20 weeks. So that's half the year.
Dude, we should
almost half the year.
We should just do that and then go to a fucking island for the rest
weeks.
of it. Let the Patreon numbers dwindle slowly. Who fucking cares? And then we come. But you know what? They'll be there when we come back off our 6-week vacation.
That would be really sweet.
What do we got? And also, we were supposed to have a guest, but his bike tire was flat.
Yeah, Ian was supposed to be here.
So,
but it's too nice out. He hurt his bicycle because it was so nice.
Fuck, man. I do want to fucking go outside. I want to be on a gondola right now.
You want a man in a striped shirt to be rowing you?
I want to be rowing. I want him to be rowing and singing to me while I kiss my sweetheart, and we share a fucking a chicken parmigiana,
a chicken vagina, chicken pussy penis.
Do you think they?
What?
I got this Benoit shirt, special as a tank top. But
yeah,
I might get a gear museum. Same thing.
You should have your own.
You can call your guys and get
have
them
your own merch.
Custom.
Yeah, I got my custom shit.
That's pretty cool.
I can't do custom because I always have to order a minimum amount of shirts.
Right.
So I can't do like a single one-off shirt for me unless I sold the rest of the stock or just ate the cost, and I'm not going to pay like $600 for a single T-shirt.
Like for your own shirt.
Yeah.
You should, man.
I could do other blanks.
And you know what? You should wear them and you should sweat in them and you should sell them to gay men.
To sell them to gay men.
You could probably get like $600.
Gay men who don't even know who I am. Just go walk around Chelsea being like, hey, you want to buy a sweaty shirt?
You want to buy a shirt that a man has sweat inside of? Yeah. Dude.
And they're like, I'm an actual sex worker. What are you doing? I'm on my way to have sex with the CEO of Morgan Stanley.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Be a little rent boy.
I'm on my way to Elliot Spitzer's apartment to have gay sex with him right now, and you're trying to sell me a sweaty shirt?
Done. You've got it.
You've got it. I can't
resist. That's how gay I am.
The comedic turn on that one is that he does buy the shirt.
Yeah. He was skeptical at first, but he can't resist.
My friends,
active homosexual.
My friends in college knew a guy that was a little rent boy for DC, like lobbyists and politicians. And he's just like a regular rich guy.
He makes a lot of money now.
But he was just doing it because he
was rich before.
He was getting fucked for money, and he was rich.
Oh, wow.
Should we do that? Should we be like Bella Thorne and go on OnlyFans? She made $2 million, dude.
In a day, and she didn't even show titty?
Which is fucked up.
Yeah. But I don't want to, I don't want to...
You want to steal
I don't want to
fuck with...
I don't want to fuck with her OnlyFans, but you can see her in the fappening.
Yeah.
You can see her breasts. So.
I think not just the fappening, I think she leaked them herself.
Yeah, maybe she leaked her own nudes.
Because someone was threatening to
You don't
them.
technically have to pay for it because it's there.
How much do you think we could get if we had sex on OnlyFans, the three of us?
With each other?
Yeah.
I think
$15.
I don't want to.
This is the goal. Like we'd be like, yeah, let's do it. We're gonna make $1 million. $1 million.
We retire,
and then
we make $30.
We just have
gay sex with
each
each
other.
other.
We have gay sex with each other. It completely changes the relationship forever. We can't really make eye contact.
Each other in the eye. It's all over.
Yeah.
Or how about what if it makes us that much closer?
No, it probably would.
And we understand each other on a new level. That we didn't think was possible before.
No, I don't think that would happen.
It's you don't know though.
I think it would just end with being like, shit, we did that and we only made $12.
Dude, you never know. Sometimes through massaging somebody's holes, you can learn a whole other aspect of them.
Yeah, I would love it for you to milk my prostate, brother.
That's probably the least gay way to have sex. If I wore rubber gloves and put my thumbs in your
if you just did it super medical style.
If I did it like the nurse from Road Trip.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
Dude, when Stifler...
That was a great gag.
When Stifler got milked, dude.
Getting
milked.
Awesome. Yeah.
It made me want to get milked, and I still never have.
What is it? They just press your asshole and you just come
I think there's a button in your ass that if you press it, you just bust nuts.
Wow. These gay guys are having sex in the year 3000.
That's right.
They are that. The future is gay, brother.
I wish I had gotten my shit milked by the nurse. Or you know who else? Another nurse I would like to have gotten my shit milked by.
Does your dick come soft?
I don't know. Can I answer my own
question? Sorry.
The nurse from Blink 182.
Oh my god, the enema of the state chick?
Dude.
I jacked off to
How
her
much did you jack off to her? I jacked off to her
God.
probably, I would say 7 or 8 times.
That's like those were the years.
Dude, that's when you're putting up jack
That's the
numbers.
hottest. When you see that picture at that time, that was the hottest woman.
Yeah. It's fucked up to see a picture of her now and she's old.
She's old now?
Ambitious,
but she's an essential worker.
That's true.
Yeah. At 7 p.m., I clapped for her and only her.
Dude, it's so funny. So they gave like parking permits to like nurses and doctors that had to come into the city.
Yeah,
but they were still ticketing them for parking in like no standing zones.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So there's like nurses that have racked up hundreds of dollars, and NYC DOT will respond to them on Twitter being like, "Yeah, you shouldn't have parked there."
They're such bastards.
Yeah.
Should we fucking burn down Cuomo's house?
Yeah.
They haven't been enforcing alternate
Well, it's the fucking mayor.
Oh, the Blas.
Mayor's office.
Mayor.
I really, it would be a treat to see none of the companies open office space back up in Manhattan. To just really even if I don't care. If crime skyrockets, I know people are like, well, crime's skyrocketing now because they wanted to defund the police. It's like, good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let it be like fucking Escape from New York.
Fuck this city.
I want to go watch fucking porno with Ernest Borgnine.
Fuck this fucking place. I love it. I love New York. But if it gets worse, good.
Should we get guns?
It deserves to get worse.
Should we have militias?
Yeah.
I'll say this. If Trump gets reelected, the city's going to be lit up.
What do you think?
There's going to be riots.
By the Jewish people? You heard this?
The Hasid.
Did you get another email about not being in the towers?
It was
Don't go to the Freedom Tower.
It was a fax. Everyone on September 10th got a fax.
Nah, dude, there's not going to be riots. There's going to be a march.
Yeah, there's not going to be a riot because of the election.
I think there's going to be like what happened during BLM. Soho will get lit up again.
If they kill somebody, there might be a march, and then police might kill somebody because of a march, and then there will be riots.
Yeah, something like that.
I can see something like that happening.
Yeah.
Should I literally go to Greece?
I'm going to Oaxaca, dude.
No, I mean to live there.
Yeah, for November. I'm out of here, dude. I can't let these hordes come in, rape me, and marry my kids.
You think you're gonna get raped?
Oh, during the riots, of course I'm gonna get raped.
What do you think? A bunch of like young black teenagers are gonna rape elderly Jewish men?
I don't talk about this a lot, but when I walk around the city, I'm constantly in fear.
You think you're gonna get
sexual
raped?
assault?
You would honestly be the easiest out of the three of us to rape for sure.
Yeah, probably.
I have a low center of gravity. Nick has been working out,
but my asshole is impenetrably tight.
No chance. You think that? It's probably so loose.
Mm-hmm.
Your shit probably you can't grip at all, dude.
That's not true.
You got no grip on your asshole.
I think those bells are great.
Thanks, man.
I can't wait to sit on this couch and force my son to listen to the bells. When we come over, so we're going to Uncle Stavros' house to listen to the bells.
The bells are awesome.
He's like, this fucking sucks.
Shut up.
I'm 23 years old. I'm like, shut up and sit on my lap.
I haven't lived here for years.
You said you wanted a father. No, I didn't. I want to go back to Mom's house in Africa. I want to go back to that mud hut that Mom lives in.
Where did you and his mom meet, dude?
The apartment complex I own in Ghana.
That's right.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that business scheme.
Yeah. That was actually called Mullen Plantations, right?
I might have to do that.
Yeah,
it's too funny to not just to like
to be a landlord in Ghana.
You know what I would do? If I would get an apartment complex in Ghana, get back on Twitter, get into arguments with people on Twitter about become very woke.
Yeah.
Get into arguments with people about my like leftist bona fides or whatever about like it's become like an absolute piece of shit. Like Cumtown turned more people that would have been fascists
to the left. It's true.
That was the deliberate. That was the point of the show.
That's why we started it.
It not only was something we foresaw but planned. Not only did it actually happen, not only is that reality.
It did. It happened.
It happened.
And B, we meant for it to happen.
We are the vanguard of the left.
Yes. And I've always been more than somebody that just didn't want to pay for health insurance. Just get into arguments with people. And then have a separate burner account that I start tweeting and be like, oh, by the way, this guy owns a fucking apartment. And then have that come out. And then just repeatedly get canceled for it. But then just take shots at people. Let it die down, delete my account, make it again. Yes. And then just let it be this natural process of me coming out of the woodwork.
It's like how the Amazon forest it burns itself.
Yes. It's like the way a tarantula grows a natural Hawaiian shirt to protect itself.
That's true.
To look cute.
Yeah. That's what did you see that thing about that fucking professor that was like
she's awesome.
That said the N-word?
I love it, dude.
But also the way she
What was her name? Her name was like the fake Latina name.
It was unbelievable.
And she's Jewish, right?
She's Jewish. Like Lori LeBen Margera.
Yeah. She's Jewish and she was pretending to be black, but I guess Afro-Latino. Mm-hmm. And she first of all, she looked like Darlene from Roseanne. She did not look black at all. And then her talking, it was fake. It was like as if you like.
That's crazy.
It's like a guy in a fucking improv 101 class trying to pretend to be a black guy. I wonder if I could find the video. It's pretty fucking good.
The thing is, y'all, we out here.
It was unbelievable.
Yeah. And that keeps happening too.
I know.
I was saying to Shane, it's very funny because you could be that kind of retard. And either you're like a professor at one of the best colleges in the world, or you're third chair on a Compound Media podcast.
Jessica Krug is her real name.
Yeah.
And the name, oh man, she looks so funny.
Her nose that's just from being Jewish?
She looks so funny, dude. This literally is hysterical. Y'all. Fuck, oh, here we go. She was at GW.
Yeah, my alma mater.
Shut the fuck up.
Let's go Colonials.
Dude, that's so funny. GW is just a school to send fucking rich kids, dude, to fucking become lobbyists.
Dude, I went there like because they gave me the most money out of any school I got into.
Yep.
And I didn't even visit, and then I got there, and it's literally a school for the dumbest kids in the tri-state area.
Yeah, dude, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Although I'm sure there's some. Damn, where the fuck is the video? Oh well, I just realized I don't actually give a fuck.
So she's like evil Dolezal.
I mean, yeah,
I would consider Dolezal to be good.
You see her as good.
Yeah.
You see her as benign.
Yeah, I think she changed her name to like Amari Baraka.
You see her as chaotic good.
Yeah. Her name's like Amari Baraka Diallo now. So chill.
Yeah, she's great.
Latina. She's a prominent.
You know who should host? Jeopardy should be her, Jonathan Frakes, and me on a rotation.
That'd be good.
Hosting Jeopardy.
What's this?
And Michael Richards.
Oh yeah,
that'd be pretty good too.
Michael Richards is ready for a comeback.
Dude, he is.
Yeah.
One of the greatest physical comedians of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, here we go.
Developers and gentrifiers. So I got a couple of things to say, and when y'all come on and tell me my time stops, fuck out of here. It's been 7 hours. Not only did I have to listen to these cops, and not just the cops, but to be honest with y'all, city council members, you posing like you opposing them for your sound bites, for your social media.
Sound bites.
Oh, God, this is awful.
Fuck out of here. You've been supporting the cops in the pandemic when the MTA was strapped and you supported putting more cops on the MTA. Fuck out of here. We know where you're coming.
Fuck out of here.
We know what these little photo opportunity bullshits are. I also want to call out.
It's not even an accent.
She sounds like Janice from The Sopranos.
Yeah.
To be able to speak, and that did not
like Steven Seagal now.
Yeah.
Like that's
She's not doing the whisper, though.
Yeah.
The Seagal whisper.
Fuck out of here.
Fuck out of here.
It's Cartman, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here.
You know my black ass.
All these cops and
Seagal doesn't.
Listen, I only know two things in this world. Making Creole and teaching college. making spicy Creole Cajun gumbo. And being a college man. College Man, starring Steven Seagal. Listen, I don't know shit about no fucking shit. All I know is that these kids need the motherfucking books so they can do school. But the books have been stolen by a guy from Tajikistan.
Extra Muslim guy stole it.
Muslim ass.
Extra strength ass Muslim ass.
Got these Muslim ass. And then one of the Muslim guys shows up and he's like, oh, you speak the language? Yeah. My character's also a genius. My character also be speaking every damn language. Dude, we gotta watch. That day we watched that fucking show was so much fun.
We need to watch episode 2.
Yeah, let's watch it right after this.
I mean, the obvious plot hole of the Chinese parents speaking fluent, unaccented English. And then their daughter, for some reason, hiding in the bushes, not speaking a lick of anything but like fucking jungle Cantonese. Which, for whatever reason, Steven Seagal is the only other person that speaks that.
Right, not
in the
her
police
parents.
department.
Yeah, that show rocked cock. I hope it's still on Netflix.
Yeah, I would love to watch one episode after this.
Why not, dude?
With my boys.
Fire up the projector.
Stav's got the big-ass projector.
You know we got the projector on decky.
You got the blackout shades. So we
got the blackout shades so we
make
get
it like
nice and dark and lovely in here.
Like a theater.
Yeah, I want to go for a little bike ride.
I'm supposed to go see Tenet tonight.
Don't do it, dude.
I'm
not trying to watch a movie with a mask on.
I'm not trying to go to Hoboken.
No, listen. Don't take shots of beautiful Hoboken.
Have you been there?
I've driven through.
I feel like most of the people that live there in like Jersey City are like people that like SantaCon vibes. Dudes that are really into like St. Patrick's Day.
Honestly, parts of it are kind of... I drove by there because there was a lot of traffic.
They got some cute parts.
And it looked kind of cute.
Yeah.
I could be a Hoboken type
You could
guy.
take the PATH train into the city, no problem.
Yeah, not now, but yeah. I'm scared of the
PATH
train.
Oh, yeah. But I mean, in theory, yeah.
You're scared of the train?
Yeah.
Train's great right now.
I bet it's the best it's ever going to be right now, actually, because no one's in there, but I'm too scared.
It's like the right amount of people.
Yeah.
There's enough women to stare at. How about the guy, because everybody's talking about how great the train is now. It's the guy that masturbates on the train. Yeah. I'll tell you, this is the best it's ever been.
No one wants to get near me.
No, but you get just the right amount of space. You can fit your hand down your pants and put your hand on your cock without anybody noticing. The train is better. I took a dump right in my pants.
Nature is returning, isn't it?
I guess somebody comes by and cleans it up. They shut the train down at 1 a.m. And you get sucked into the machinery in the tunnel.
Free shower.
I died. I'm dead. I got ground up and turned into sewage, which now I get to be the Mucinex guy, which is what I wanted.
Damn, dude. I would love to die at the hands of the MTA. Just fucking let me get run over by a train.
Damn, I want to rewatch fucking Taking Pelham 1, 2, 3.
That's a fucking great one. I watched that one recently.
The original?
The original.
Yeah.
With Walter Matthau.
Jerry Stiller.
Stiller and...
listen, somebody's taking over the train and I think they're terrorists or something. What's that? You're going to deal with it? Oh, okay.
Okay, I'll pass.
All right, sounds good. He's such a funny actor because he's like
so good.
He was bad at his job forever until he was in The Odd Couple. There's not a single movie he's good in.
He's good in Pelham.
He's good in.
No, he's not.
You don't like him in Pelham?
Have you seen a New Leaf?
I think he's good.
I mean, it's like he brings nothing to the movie.
Have you seen A New Leaf?
I like. You know what? Maybe my idea.
Elaine May movie. He's really funny in that movie. He's
New
great.
Leaf?
Yeah.
I think maybe my idea of him is colored by The Odd Couple. Yeah. I like him as the guy from and Grumpy Old Men.
And Dennis the Menace.
And Dennis the Menace. Of course, Dennis the Menace. That's what I know.
Hey, Mr. Wilson. Hey, shut up, you little faggot.
Shut up, you fucking homo.
Who can remember that? Who can forget that scene? You know? Mm-hmm. When he's like, listen, I got a plan for that Dennis kid next door. The wife's like, oh, George, don't bother. I got a homeless guy that's going to molest him for $5. Christopher Lloyd's like, can I see your penis, Dennis? Come on down to my raft and I'll show you my penis.
Where we're going, Dennis, you won't need your clothes.
Where we're going, Dennis, you won't need your parents.
Show me your penis, Dennis.
And I'll get a look at his penis.
Is he the bad guy in that?
He's a homeless guy. I don't remember anything.
Is there a bad guy?
I don't remember.
Doesn't he get lost or something?
First of all, that movie sucks.
I don't remember.
Dennis the Menace?
Yeah.
I never saw it.
There's a fancy water bottle, Adam.
Dennis.
It's pretty nice, dude. I've had it for like 2 years. I really like the pour on it.
You know what movie rocks?
That's a good pour.
Problem Child.
That's a fucking great one, dude. That kid rules.
Dude, maybe I'll rewatch Problem Child.
That movie's so chaotic.
You probably saw that as a little kid.
It causes so many problems.
Well, that was the ideal version.
That's what I mean. But really, you were just
as a kid, I was like, I wish I could get in that much trouble.
Yeah.
I wish it was possible to be that much of a problem. And now I've achieved that as an adult.
That's right.
People hate me. People really hate me.
Mm-hmm. That's fucking who's the guy from Three's Company that's dead, John Ritter.
Yeah.
He was in that, right?
He was the dad, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Was that his dad or his stepdad or something? Was that his dad?
His dad.
His dad.
And his mom died, so that's why he was a problem child?
Well, he killed the mother.
I'm trying to get remarried so I can have sex.
I want to have sex, problem child. I forgot his name. Dennis.
Yeah.
Also named
Dennis.
He was like the more hardcore Dennis the Menace.
Yeah.
I feel like he was
and
also
there was that movie.
I feel like the problem child was also vaguely horny. Like the kid wanted to fuck.
To fuck adult women.
Yeah, that's kind of the vibe I got from him.
Then there was Man of the House with Tim Allen, which was another boy going to war with an adult man movie.
Maybe I'll watch The Odd Couple, actually.
I don't remember Man of the... Wait, is that... Oh, yeah, I didn't see
Maybe
that
I'm
one.
misremembering the movie.
There's one with Chevy Chase that sucked. We talked about that one. Where it's like they're Boy Scouts or something.
Yeah.
Chevy Chase really had a nice run. He got
Tommy Lee Jones is in it.
Nice.
No, it's not. This is the wrong one. Oh, yeah, 95 Man of the House. There's a 2005 Man of the House.
Starring who?
Oh, that is with Chevy Chase. Yeah, Man of the House.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the one.
There
was one with Tim Allen.
That movie sucked. My parents bought it, and I was pissed. There's one with Tim Allen?
Maybe after the show ends, I'll just become a professor who lies about being black.
That would be awesome.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
You couldn't get away with black.
Well, I gotta go pick up.
I
gotta go pick up my kid. What if I just like had a kid and I'd been hiding it
That
for
would
the
be
whole show?
Awesome.
And I'm like, oh yeah, people figured it out, so I gotta go pick up my kid.
Dude, that would rock.
He's 13.
I wish you had a kid.
He's 17 years old.
You guys just go for silent car rides.
Yeah.
You had a child when you were 14.
Hey, look at that. They got a new McDonald's there. You ever been to McDonald's? No? Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. You don't have to say yep every 5 seconds. We just don't need to talk. Sounds good to me.
No objections here, Chief.
Just putting in my time so we can dial that alimony back. Abide by the split custody agreement. It allows me to pay a cool $47 a month.
Yeah, in fact, the way you do 2-for-1 is you just have him in the corner of every podcast.
Yeah.
And that's
No, you have him waiting in the car with a cracked window.
I try to keep my son bill under my optimum bill. I'm trying to pay as much for internet as I do for my son Alonzo.
Yeah, Alonzo, just sit over there, play Zelda on the fucking Switch. Don't say too much, pal.
This isn't a Switch.
Okay, well, the Game Boy, whatever.
Whatever the fuck that fucking... Whatever your stupid little video game thing is. I play games way more than he does.
This is yours.
I don't play
You're
games.
letting me borrow it. You took my book away.
You're gay.
You're gay and stupid.
You're gay. We already had this discussion. We already had this conversation.
You're the gay one, pal.
You're the fucking
You're
gay.
not going to come here.
I'm the father.
I'm the dad.
I brought you into this world.
I had sex with a woman to make you, you fucking idiot.
You fucking...
I bet you're jacking off the gay shit right now.
Why don't you have your own son and then you can talk about who's gay?
Then you could call him gay. But until you're 18...
Until you're 18. In my house...
You're gay.
In Stav's house... I bring you here to hear the bells. And you fucking... You treat me like this?
Dude, getting in an argument with your son about who's gay is awesome. You're gay! You're losing it.
Yeah.
You're the gay one, pal!
You're fucking gay. Would a gay guy do this? And I just started twirling around. That was a 1080.
Yeah.
I just did a fucking 540 right in front of your eyes.
You do a 540 and then you do a split. You're like Jean-Claude. It's not gay.
It's not gay.
I'm like Jean-Claude.